The film you are about to see represents a significant breakthrough in the advancing science of the motion picture. You are about to witness history in the making.
Despite the world's highest living standards, the average American remained vaguely discontent, aware that his goal of a better way of life had still not been fully realized. There was something missing.
John.
Yes, Mary?
John, what's happening to us?
I think we both know, Mary.
It's just that we seem to be drifting apart.
I'm sorry, Mary. I've tried.
Oh, I don't blame you, John. It's just that...
It's not your fault either, of course.
It's just that we don't have...
Exactly. There's this awful gap in our lives just because we don't have... Oh, but why talk about it?
It's just that... Oh, I keep hoping someone can find a way to...
Don't be a fool, Mary. You know that's impossible.
Oh, I know. It's just that...
Gad, it's ironic. With all our technology and industrial know-how, we still don't have the one thing that could give us a better way of life. They say it can't be done, that it's just an impossible dream.
Through the arts and crafts of the American stylists, the things about us are made to express our own free spirits and desires for the colorful things that spell sheer fun. Improved styling constantly adds to the ease and grace and gaiety of American living. The things we have in America are ever changing. Homes have more than new plans. They have new patterns for living, made attractive by luxurious interiors, expressing not only the American love of beauty, but also the basic freedom of the American people, which is the freedom of individual choice. Women and men alike are increasingly interested in the look of things. They eagerly give their attention to what's new and beautiful and advanced.
The Berlin Wall is being sealed once more as the 17-day pass agreement ends. Now there are the last tearful farewells as visiting relatives say goodbye to East German residents and prepare to return to West Berlin.
Training men for the tremendous job of making, using, and maintaining the tools of war is of primary importance. Production mounts and new blood is added. Girls and women take their place in the line along with the men of industry. New hands, new tools, new plants, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And above the clattering death sting of machine guns will also sound the loud cough of cannon, anti-aircraft cannon, rapid-fire cannon. Keep them firing, making them better and faster than anyone has ever made them before. Thousands of workers are turning out cartridge cases for shells that are bursting in the faces of the enemies of freedom. Time is important. The mechanized gear for war is born in cauldrons of molten metal. Machine gun mounts have taken the place of peacetime products, and instruments of uncanny precision help to aim the demolishing gunfire of land and sea batteries. Roller bearings make our gigantic war machine run smoothly. Roller bearings for military trucks and diesel engines. Smaller bearings that ensure clock-like performance of delicate instruments. Bearings for America's mightiest battle wagons and for sleek sky fighters to keep them sailing, rolling, and flying on to victory. Machine tools, the master tools of industry and of victory, are made at a constantly increasing rate to flash the commands of combat to tanks, planes, and every vehicle of war. This liquid-cooled engine powers Army's newest planes. In the first quarter of 42, one division turned out as many of these power plants as the production schedule called for by the whole first half of the year. And production is still stepping up at a rate that will soon put it a full 12 months ahead of the original schedule. Bombers to blast the way for our fighting forces. Work goes on day and night. They are producing an avalanche of weapons for victory. And important of these centers is Dayton, Ohio, a city gearing up to the grim task of war. For Dayton is making victory its business. Dayton has a story to tell, the story of a city at war.
Yes, the people of Dayton make the implements of war. Dayton men and Dayton women put the guns, the ships, the planes, the tanks, the armored cars, and the bombs in the hands of American soldiers. For Dayton people play the mighty drama of war. Great factories in Dayton, with their men and women and machines and skill in mass production, produce the tools of war in ever-increasing numbers. Its workers, its machines, its plants, its management. Land, sea, and air forces the tools with which to fight for victory. Big parts and little parts, vital parts, from landing gear to propeller, from controls to engine. The people of Dayton make the bomb releases, make the hydraulic parts that open bomb doors, make the fuses that set off the kiss of death. A gift from Mr. and Mrs. Dayton straight to the enemy. These are the tools we give our men somewhere over enemy lands, turning back the tide of tyranny and hate. A war that can be won only through production, only by the skill and sweat and speed of these people in the plants. Forging and boring, beating metal and powder and sweat into tools of war. Make it right, make it well. We'll give them all we have, loaded with dynamite to blow them to hell. Making guns and tanks and planes and shells for America's victory. And every part of every implement of war must be built to do its part. There shall be no failure. These are the tools of victory. March forward, Americans. Every man and woman in every walk of life is behind the thousands of workers in these plants. March forward. Soon there'll be thousands more marching with you. More men and women producing even greater quantities of the tools of victory. More men and women than ever before, producing for a war that will conserve our way of